able to draw a borderline and a title block on my drawing sheet. To begin, you set up your paper properly to make sure that the head of the T-square is against the edge of the desk. And then what we're doing here now is to put on a frame. So the frame will measure on the left and on the right 1 centimeter on the inside, 1 in, 1 up, and 2 down. So 2 centimeters down, 1, 1, 1. So you use your ruler, you measure 1 centimeter, you put a dot here, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters. So once I'm finished doing that, I'm going to draw my lines. I'm going to draw my horizontal line. Draw my horizontal line on the dot. And I'm going to draw my vertical lines. Once you finish doing that, you're going to clean off the corners of the borderline, and then you are going to erase all necessary lines. So you're going to darken your borderline, since it's the darkest thing that will be done on the drawing. Alright, so this is how your borderline should look. So all of my lines are dark, they must be dark. Ensure that your corners are cleaned. So at the corners here, they're clean, so you can use an erasing shield to clean your corners to make sure that it's perfect. The lines are dark, it's consistent, meaning that no part of it should be darker than another part. So they should all be consistent. Now once you finish doing that, we're going to put in our title block. So we're going to start our line to the title block. Now the title block, you're going to measure 1 centimeter up and then another 1 centimeter. So in all it's 2 centimeters. So from the edge at the bottom, 1, 1. From the bottom, 1, 1. And once you mark those 2 points, you are going to draw a horizontal line. Alright, so my 2 lines are dark so far, so these 2 lines must be dark. Now after that is done, we are going to section our title block for us to be able to show different information. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to measure 12 centimeters from my left hand side. Now the reason why I'm doing 12, that section will contain the name and the school, and the name sometimes it's a bit long, the school is also long. So I'm going to mark this point as 12 centimeters. Now I'm going to write 12 here so for you to remember, but do not write this in. So 12 centimeters, put your set square on the T-square, make sure that it's straight, and I'm going to draw that line. This line here will be a dark line. So this line here will be a dark line. Right? The next section will be 8.5 centimeters. So from that line that I just draw, I'm going to measure 8.5 centimeters, 8.5, 8.5. Place my set square again on the T-square, make sure it's straight, and I'm going to draw that line there. The last one at the bottom, so I have 3 sections at the top and I will have 3 sections at the bottom, but the size will be different since it's different information that I'm going to be putting in. So the other section here, so here is also 12. Here again, do not write them in, I'm just putting them so that you remember. Here will be 12, and then from that we are measuring here 7. So 7 centimeters. 7, put a point there to remember that your distance here is 7, and then you are going to draw a line here. That line also should be dark. So here we have 3 sections at the top, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 sections at the bottom. Now once you finish doing that, we need to put in our information, but before we put the information in, we want to make sure that we have what is called guidelines. Now guidelines are lighter lines that is drawn inside of the dark lines to enable you to form your letters within the light lines and not the dark line. So let me repeat that. We're taking lighter lines inside of each of the dark lines to enable us to form our letters within the light lines and not the dark line. So I'm going to measure from the dark line 0.1 of a centimeter down, which is very thin, very small, and 0.1 of a centimeter up. So 0.1 down, 0.1 up. So I'm going to measure that distance, 0.1 of a centimeter down and 0.1 up. I'll do the same thing here. On this section, 0.1 down, 0.1 up. These lines that you're about to draw must be very, very light. So 0.1 down, 0.1 up. So I'm going to draw my line. I'm going to pause the video again, draw the lines, and then I'm going to show you what goes in the different sections. Alright, so I hope you'll be able to see. Now that is how your line is supposed to be, very, very light, very, very light. Because the purpose of these lines here is to be able to form your letters. So in putting in the information, your letters must touch the two light lines. In forming the letters, they must touch the light lines and not the dark line. Alright? Alright, so I changed the position of my camera in order for you to be able to see. So these are my light lines here. So in the first line, first section is the name. So your name goes here. Name. This section here is a school. This section here is a topic. The next section here is the class or the form. So you'll get to see the right, so the form. The next section here will be the dates and the scale. So the scale is a type of, the size of the drawing, and normally we use the 1-to-1 scale. Right, so let me go back now to the formation. So in the first section I'm going to have my name. So I'm going to neatly write in the word name. So N and you have to use all caps. So N A M, a little awkward because of our position. So name, then you put a colon and you're going to put in your name. So my name. See, it stays within the light lines, not on the dark line. C A R L E N Peters. And so on. Alright, so your entire name. Next one will be the school. So we're doing school here. S C H school. So school colon, and you send dot Joseph St. Joseph's Convent. Now the entire word convent may not be able to fit, so you could put C-O-N, right? St. Joseph's Convent. Next one here will be the topic. So the topic that of the drawing that you're doing. Sorry, T-O-P. Just book. Topic. Right, so the topic, colon, and then whatever the topic is will be here. So if it's tangency, whatever the drawing is, isometric, then you'll have it here. Next one, you have your scale. So the scale now is the size of the drawing. Just so we have the scale of 1 to 100 when we're doing the AutoCAD drawing. This one will be scale. Scale. Dot scale 1 to 1. So all of the scales that we're using is a 1 to 1 scale. 1 to 1 scale. Your form, so you can put class or you can put form. So form, even if you're all doing the exam next year, sorry, form, 4S, 4J, 4C. Next one, sorry, that one went a little bit too much. Should be on the light line, not on the dark line. Next one, here, date. So the date is whatever the date is, but you must put the 2 digits. So let's say today is the 5th, it will be 05, right? 05, you can't just put 5. So you will write in today's date is the 21st, whatever the date is. So the 21st, I'm just using the 21st, slash of the 5th month, slash 24. Right, so that is how your title block is done together with your borderline. So your borderline must be very dark, and then your title block have different sections. You want to use the measurements given here. Now give or take, the distance here may be a little off, right? So it may be less than the here will be less than this one here may be 5 centimeters, but even if it's a little less or a little more, that's okay. So just ensure that you have the 12 centimeters, 8.5 centimeter, and then you leave the remainder. Here again, 12 centimeters, 7 centimeters, and then you have the remainder, right? 7 centimeters, 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 and then you have the remainder. So that is how your borderline and your title block should be.